Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Jason's return to Port Charles has already shaken every corner of town, but the fallout is only beginning. Friday's episode picks up the threads from the tension-filled week, and things spiral in ways that no one could have predicted. Carly thought she had seen every side of Jason, but a new layer of truth is about to land in her lap. For years she believed she knew every secret, every choice, every sacrifice he made in the name of loyalty and friendship, but Jason has kept something locked away, something so heavy that even he struggled to admit it. When Carly corners him about the past months, her voice trembling between relief that he is alive and fury that he allowed her to suffer without him, Jason finally admits that the story of his disappearance is far darker than anyone imagined. Carly listens as Jason explains that he wasn't only hiding from enemies, he was protecting her from the truth that could have destroyed her family. He confesses that a mission went wrong, and there were choices he had to make in the shadows that connected directly to Sonny's fate. Carly tries to hold back tears, realizing that the man she trusted most kept her in the dark about Sonny's final moments, and Jason's words hang between them like a storm cloud. Carly demands to know whether Jason betrayed Sonny's trust, and the silence before his answer says more than words could. He admits he carried out an order Sonny never wanted Carly to know about, and that choice haunts him every night. Carly's face tightens, the heartbreak of years resurfacing, but part of her knows Jason's decision was rooted in love and protection. While Carly grapples with Jason's revelations, Sonny's presence lingers in the most unexpected way. Port Charles is a town that never sleeps, but Friday's episode slows down to a chilling stillness when Sonny appears not in body but as a haunting reminder. In Jason's dreams, or perhaps in visions sparked by guilt, Sonny reaches out. His voice is stern yet compassionate, warning Jason not to let grief turn into silence. Sonny insists that the truth will come out whether Jason hides it or not, and the people he loves most will need him to stand tall rather than retreat into shadows. These ghostly appearances blur the line between reality and memory, leaving Jason shaken and uncertain if his mind is betraying him or if Sonny is truly finding a way to guide him from beyond. As Jason wrestles with the ghostly echoes of Sonny's voice, Liesl Albrecht sharpens her claws. Britt has been struggling with the weight of her mother's demands, but Liesl is not a woman who takes kindly to secrets or hesitation. She corners Britt with questions that cut deeper than knives, grilling her on loyalties, choices, and the web of lies that have surrounded the family for months. Britt tries to maintain composure, insisting that she has done nothing but protect herself and those she cares about, but Liesl senses weakness. Her questions are not just about family honor. They are about survival, about ensuring that Britt's actions do not destroy what little stability remains for the Albrecht name. Liesl's voice rises, trembling with anger, but also with a strange mix of fear, as though she knows forces greater than their family are moving in on Port Charles. Britt pushes back, trying to remind her mother that she has her own life to live, but the pressure of Liesl's interrogation makes it clear that choices are closing in on her from every side. Liesl demands honesty, but Britt cannot bring herself to confess everything, especially when it comes to her connection with Jason. The tension grows heavy, the kind of tension that threatens to collapse relationships forever, and Britt realizes that every word she speaks could either protect her future or hand it to her enemies. Liesl is relentless, pressing for answers about alliances, about her daughter's involvement in matters far beyond her control, and Britt struggles to hold her ground. Meanwhile, Carly's confrontation with Jason takes another turn. She refuses to accept half-truths anymore. She insists Jason tell her every detail, every shadow of what he faced when he vanished, and Jason finally reveals that his disappearance was tied to a dangerous bargain he never wanted to make. Carly recoils, realizing that Jason carried a burden of secrecy not because he doubted her strength, but because the knowledge itself was a weapon that could have destroyed her if it fell into the wrong hands. She feels betrayed yet understands the twisted logic of his silence, and her emotions swing wildly between anger and aching love for the man who has always stood at her side. The more Jason speaks, the more Carly begins to sense Sonny's influence even now. She tells Jason that she sometimes feels Sonny near her, that in the quiet moments she can almost hear his laugh, his warnings, his love. Jason looks shaken, realizing that Carly too is feeling the presence of Sonny's ghost. They exchange a heavy silence, one filled with questions they cannot answer. Is Sonny reaching across from the other side, or are their guilty hearts conjuring his voice because they cannot let him go? The weight of that mystery binds them even more tightly, even as secrets threaten to break them apart. At the same time, Britt finds herself exhausted by Liesl's relentless questioning. Liesl accuses her of weakness, of letting emotions cloud her judgment, and Britt fires back that her mother has spent a lifetime pulling strings that nearly strangled her own children. Liesl flinches at the words but refuses to back down. She warns Britt that love is dangerous, loyalty even more so, and that if Jason Morgan is truly back in town, Britt had better be careful where her heart leads her. The words sting, because Britt knows the truth. Jason's return has stirred feelings she cannot bury, and Liesl has picked up on it. The tension between her and Jason reaches a breaking point. Carly's voice shakes as she tells him that secrets have cost her too much already: her peace, her trust, her sense of safety. Jason listens, his face carved with regret, and admits that he never wanted her to feel abandoned. He tells her that in his darkest hours, it was the thought of her strength that kept him alive, even when he was forced to hide. Carly softens for a moment, the familiar bond they've shared flickering like a candle in the storm, but she warns him that their connection will not survive another betrayal. Jason nods, understanding the gravity of her words, but in his heart he knows there are still truths he cannot yet reveal. The ghostly thread of Sonny's presence weaves through again as Jason leaves Carly's side. Alone, he hears Sonny's voice one last time, urging him not to lose himself in guilt. The message is clear. Jason must protect Carly and the family, but not by keeping her in the dark. Sonny's ghost warns him that hiding the truth will only create more pain, and Jason struggles to decide if he has the courage to follow that guidance. Meanwhile, Liesl delivers a chilling final warning to Britt. She tells her daughter that secrets never stay buried in Port Charles, and that the choices Britt makes now will define not only her own future but the safety of everyone she loves. Britt is left shaken, realizing that her mother's words, however harsh, may be rooted in truth. She sits alone, contemplating her path, torn between loyalty, fear, and the pull of forbidden love. The episode ends on a knife's edge, with Jason haunted by Sonny's ghost, Carly reeling from painful revelations, and Britt caught between her mother's demands and her own heart. Liesl's interrogation has cracked open dangerous possibilities. Carly's trust in Jason hangs by a thread, and the specter of Sonny's legacy hovers over them all. Port Charles is bracing for storms that have only begun to form, and Friday's episode leaves every viewer wondering which bonds will hold and which will shatter under the weight of truth, lies, and ghosts that refuse to rest. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.